collecting all of the oculi throughout Teyvat is genuine pain.
Uh-huh. Genshin Impact has a community feature that makes it a little bit easier, but it's extra pain when you mark all those pins, then you still don't have 2 of them.
I wish I could sync up my account with, like, my Genshin account with it.
Exactly.
And then it could just show you exactly which ones you're missing. That would be beautiful. That would be clean.
But because it's a community-powered feature, they probably won't do that.
Well, of course, in Hoyoverse is like, chip away at this over time, and I'm like, I need them now!
No!
Give me the levels.
It's because I'm at that one place called Queedway Slope or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have 9 of those orbs that the Statue of the Seven and Liyue give you to do it, and I have 8.
Yeah.
There's 1 more, and it's in that Statue of the 7 upgrade.
Oh, that's painful.
I think it only goes up to level 9 in Liyue.
It's one of those things, though. I finished up the Electro Archon quest.
Yes.
Go me. I finally beat Raiden Shogun. But yeah! I had turned the world level down, so it was bittersweet because I'm like, I didn't fight her at my best.
At her best.
Well, I mean,
you fought her at your best.
She literally can rend the earth. I don't think that me fighting her at her best is in my best interest.
Yeah, as it were. I tried world level 5 for 10 minutes, and I'll tell you what, the ocean had killed me twice in your world, it killed me twice in mine. I said no.
You just went, nope, we're not doing this today.
I'm good. That's fine. You can keep that loot.
You said thank you, but no thank you.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm going to probably hate getting Inazuma's Archon, or not Archon, Oculi.
The Oculus Assassin.
Oculoon.
Yes.
Yeah, Oculoon.
Like
man, we're probably gonna have to take a break when my little brother gets back. Anyway, we'll cross that bridge.
Electroculi.
That's such a mouthful. Anyway, the Electroculi.
Geoculi, Animoculi.
Why don't you pick up some Benchuli? But getting all of Inazuma's is going to suck because I think it has currently the most that they've ever put into it.
It's just going to keep going, I feel like. Like, Sumeru is probably going to be similar size to Liyue, and it's going to have, like, double.
Well, also, it's just Inazuma's broken up and everything over various land masses, and like
it still has more.
It has
less land mass than Mondstadt.
It's such a gorgeous, like, it has that like visual appeal to it and everything like that. But exploring it sucks. I love Sangonomiya Shrine, but like at the same time, getting to it was a little bit of a pain. Like, it's gorgeous, the architecture, the view, beautiful.
Oh yeah, and I know that you hate climbing in this game. Me personally, I was kind of neutral as far as that's concerned. It's actually like not even using the interactive map and just going to find the Electroculi fucking sucks.
Well,
and it's also because I can't always find one of those fucking branch doohickeys.
Branch? Oh yeah,
for the barriers.
I hate the barriers. I see that
I saw someone in the wiki comment, what a horrible mechanic. Fucking Inazuma keeps on losing.
I mean, it's beautiful in concept, sucks practically. It on its knees type sucking.
Bruised for the promotion type sucking.
Bruised for the promotion. You know it.
Remember, if your knees are bruised and there's cock in your mouth, you better be getting a promotion.
No. But, what was I saying? Yeah. Also, that's just, I don't know. I mean, I don't necessarily, like, hate climbing. It's just, it's inconsistent. Like, it'll find an edge, and sometimes it'll just let me walk, crawl all over it like I'm Spider-Man. Other times it goes
Spider-Man.
Other times it goes, this is a hard barrier, and I'm like, this is a 2x4 peeking out of it by like mere.
This is literally an inch.
I'm sorry.
Listen here, me hoyont.
Hoyont.
You're literally peeking because you've fallen for the third time because of one of those stupid ledges.
Trust me, I got a bit tilted at one point. So you know how there's some objectives that you just have to get near them and activates the cutscene or whatever?
Yeah.
Well, I've noticed there's a beneficial thing to that of to where if you're falling, like if I'm going from nearby and I just fall, I don't have to worry about fall damage because it instantly cancels it and throws me into it. Well, at one point,
it does not do that for me.
At one point, it didn't do it, so I literally no, it was great. I fell and everything like that, and started the cutscene, everything like that, and I hear a thunk, and I'm like, no, don't tell me. And so I go through the cutscene ends, and I think I was playing as Rosaria. She's dead. And then at another point,
I just remember I started a cutscene like that, and I hear Sai Yakuza. I just hear Beta fucking gone.
Man. And then at another time, I was doing fine. Dropping into an area. A mission was nearby, but I think I saw something that caught my eye. Or I think I'd fall a long distance. But anyway, as I'm close to the bottom where I'd usually activate the glider and everything like that, and save myself, it did one of those things where it pulls the camera elsewhere, so I couldn't throw up my wings, and so I literally just died. From everyone else's perspective, I literally just
like Kirby dying.
Exactly. Just fell all the way down. It was one of those things that, for a split second, I was annoyed, but after that, I was just like, this is just hilarious. This is the peak of comedy.
This is peak Genshin Impact gameplay.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's one of those things. I'm bored whenever I'm going through, and I'm like, yeah, I'm getting all the oculi. How many are there? 500.
Well, there's technically 300, but
I gotta see how many there are. Well, okay.
In total, there are 300.
Would we count Crimson Agate?
I personally wouldn't.
Fair. I need to. I don't know. I lose motivation to complete the Dragon's
there's an
region.
even more official one than that. That's the one that I'm using. I may as well just open the new one so I could recheck all the fucking oculi.
Yeah, maybe. That's one of those things. I don't know. I'm fine with the one with the interactive map I'm using. It's I just give me the funny locations.
Mine is literally a Hoyo Labs app.
Ah, okay. That's nice.
It is pretty nice. And also, whenever you click on one, it's the community can upload paths and stuff.
Like this?
Kind of like that, except lots of them have videos. It's really nice.
I gotcha.
And it's also they'll have something silly put down. Hello? Hi.
I died.
Oh no, he's dead! Too early!
Yeah, a bit too early. I forgot to check how much time we had on the timer before this, but we're not going to worry about it.
It's okay, we can just look while we talk.
We'll just chat and have fun with it, actually.
Mm-hmm. Something like that.
But, Kubo-san won't let me be invisible. The anime!
It's coming!
And so am I.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm ready for it, Let's go.
I just get the feeling that anime seasons are just going to get better as more bangers get animated.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's kind of how it works. Yeah, your overall ratings tend to go up when you adapt good stuff. That's kind of how it works, Randy.
Yeah, kind of, especially when you aren't a fucking idiot. Kind of Studio Ohm seems to be doing something right.
Well, of course,
not everything, but most things.
Yeah.
The fucking completely disconnected animation frames of episode 1. What the hell? They spent $5 animating that Hallmark scene.
They might as well have. I mean, we both watched at minimum season 1 of Komi Can't Communicate. We know that their spending is weighted. They're Fellas, I know what we're doing today. What are we doing, sir? 5 seconds of animation, peak content, blowing out the budget. Sir, we've already done that 3 times. Really just singing the animation's praises.
Yeah,
sparkle effects.
Look at all this revenue coming in. What are we gonna do with the revenue, huh?
Sir, I think we should do it to pay back off our debt. Debt Schmet. Sparkles. Atom.
120 frames per second. Atom.
Apparently, season 2 got to the sick day episode.
Yeah, it did. I saw some clips.
It make me happy. I think, if my memory serves me correctly, that's volume 7 of the manga.
Yeah. I think they're, oddly enough, I don't know if they're first years anymore, but they probably still are first years.
They're still first years. There's a very definitive... Wait. There's usually a big change. I can't remember...
Manbagi.
Yeah, I know, and that's like the sign that they're second years, but... I don't think that's happened yet. I mean, Katai could have shown up in first
No, he
year.
did. He did.
Okay.
Towards the end.
Okay, I just know that
He
there was
literally
a roster.
missed like 8 months of school. It's hilarious.
Poor dude.
He got fucking sick.
I just love that he was born with just the highest intimidation stat, but like...
No, he wasn't born with that. He fucking trained his shit every day so he'd be huge.
Literally on the grind set.
Why do you think his younger sister is such a giga chad? Where do you think he got that from?
Oh, that's fair. I don't know, I just like the description of his younger sister, just that she's a hardliner.
A hardliner.
I think that was how I saw it phrased.
Yeah, something like that.
But yeah. I can't remember who I saw as the staff that's like directing the Kubo-san anime. I think I saw the words... I think someone involved with the Rent-A-Girlfriend anime is involved with this, and I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, the Rent-A-Girlfriend anime, it looked good.
The anime itself was fucking badass, but, you know, the plot kind of...
The plot was a steaming pile of garbage.
It still is.
Yeah, I'm caught up. I would know.
You're actually caught up. Why would you do that to yourself? Why would you keep reading it? Why? What's wrong with you?
I don't know, man.
Lots of things, I imagine, but that's okay. Me too.
That was one of those things that was just like,
Knowing all of that, I was planning on picking it up.
Well, that's on you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, okay, when I started reading it, I was like, this, I didn't know it was garbage, so I just heard Rent-A-Girlfriend, it's getting made, and I saw a little bit about the premise, and I'm like, looks funky, let's see what it is, and then
you saw what it is.
Yeah, and then I was like, well, I've read this far, and it hadn't... Okay, so, like... One man's trash is another man's treasure. There's something...
But there are some things that cannot be treasure.
Give me a moment. There's some entertainment to be found in looking at a dumpster fire. It keeps you warm a little bit. The flames are pretty, and at the end of the day... What?
The way you're advertising this.
No, I'm not saying you should read it. I'm not saying Rent-A-Girlfriend is recommendable. But at the same time, if you're the type of person that looks for, like, bad stories, like, people love bad horror movies, right? Because it's campy and it's cheesy, and for some reason people just like them. It's the same thing. Except, it's just garbage. There's redeeming... The redeeming quality about it is that there's really nothing that it can't do to surprise me. Like, it literally, author just does what he wants. Like, just goes off.
The next frame NTR finish.
I am never bored reading it. For better and worse, I'm never bored reading it. Like...
It's so bad.
It's one of those things. Sure, the NTR bit was really off-putting, and I kind of question whether or not I really wanted to read it anymore, but past that, it's been interesting developments. It's fun seeing the author go from tomfoolery and scandalous behavior to...
You know why? It's his self-insert. That's why Rent-A-Girlfriend is so trash. The author likes NTR, fucking bastard.
Nah, it took way too long for the NTR to come into effect. I think the guy just kind of flew a little bit too close to the sun on that one.
No, he flew a little bit too close to home.
But I don't know.
We're the best-selling kind of porn over there.
It's one of those things. Though we're just actually in a regular in a more mainstream romance type deal at this point. The only issue is it's built on
I rented you.
Yeah, that's been an interesting development. It's one of those things of
renting out people.
It's one of those things. I'm not going to sit here and defend this as this is cinema. This is the peak that manga has to offer. I would never. I could never. This man in one arc, every time he gets embarrassed, the dude blushes in such a silly and comical amount that it feels like satire. And that's the best part about Rent a Girlfriend is it feels like it's written to be satire, but everyone takes it seriously. And that's the problem. Everyone plays it straight. You know why
everyone takes it seriously? Because the author has said that the main character and his main interests are based on him and his wife.
There's no way.
Yeah, there's no way, but it's the truth.
Maybe. But anyway, it's not... It hasn't done anything to where it's just outright bad with no, ridiculous entertainment attached, It's not like it's so poorly written that I'm sitting here bored and I'm I can't get behind this. It's a train wreck. Okay? It's a train wreck. It's not it's not good. No one's sitting here in the bleachers cheering and clapping for the train wreck of the week. But at the same time, if one appears in front of you, you can't help but look just a little bit longer than you know you should. Am I right or am I right?
I mean, you're right, however. Why are you looking at a train wreck this long?
Fire department's taking a while to get here.
It's been over 300 chapters, bro.
Wait, has it been? I don't know about that.
Probably 200, something like that.
I don't know. I'll take a peek and see what it is.
It's been a while. You've been staring for quite some time.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe read it if you're feeling funky with it. Yeah, 235. That's a
That's over 200. I'll tell you what.
That's a count. That is certainly a chapter count. I'll tell you what. But
it's too damn many.
I don't really read that many garbage series, though I have found an odd stipulation that if the series has girlfriend in the name, it's probably bad. Girlfriend was, as expected, just silly behavior.
It's just that guy's works are bad.
He wrote, I think I saw somewhere that he's working on another manga that has, some of that good old-fashioned sibling love.
No. Why?
The resignation.
Why? I have had enough of that shit and things that aren't porn with fucking Sword Art Online. Why does it have to be like that?
That makes it sound like you haven't had enough of it in things that are porn. Don't look at me like that. Just that look of I don't mind.
I mean, it's not real, so it's fucking whatever. But get it out of my non-porn.
All right, then. Randy's taste exposed on the podcast.
I really don't care.
I just don't want to see it in general. It's whack.
It's just... And remember, folks, this is coming from an Alabaman.
Yeah.
So if he don't like it, it's gotta be horrible.
Great. I like that I'm the aficionado on the bottom of the barrel of quality. It's
yes. Though I'm specifically talking about being a brocon.
Brocon? That just makes it sound like, you're into your friends, your homies, your bros, if you will.
Yes.
Brocon.
Correct.
Actually,
I'm glad you get it.
Brocon sounds really similar to this convention one of my friends went to called SawCon.
Yes, where he learned how to suck on these nuts.
I saw an opportunity and I had to go for it. But on the opposite end of quality, we have two shows.
It's a woodcutting convention where you can learn how to suck on these nuts.
And you sure do get a lot of mileage out of these.
I do.
But yeah, I finished, in the past week, I finished Breaking Bad. And I also started watching Better Call Saul. Breaking Bad was good. Like, I really liked it. Like, I don't know if it's like #1 TV show of all time, but it's really dang good. You know, I had some qualms with how season 4 started out and everything, but I like how it brought it all together in the end. It's very intentionally written. It doesn't feel like there was any like, you know,
we just kind of did that just cause.
Mm-hmm. It's a type of writing that even if that could have been the case, it never felt like it. You know, everything felt deliberate, and I really enjoyed it. But you know, I'm rather late to the party. Everyone's kind of already finished the meal, and you know,
everyone's kind of already made memes like shoving. Well, what's his name again? Walt. Yeah, they just
Walter
kept
White.
shoving pictures of Walter White on fucking anime memes.
But what you call it? It had some really great moments with like the music and the sound design and like the. It had these moments, and there was like two of them that jump into my head that like everything just worked perfectly together. The visual, you know, the shot composition, the color grading, the music, the sound effects, everything just really pulled together to make like two really memorable scenes. And one of them is at the end of Crawl Space. I think that's season 4, episode 9. And it's just, you know, things are going wild. They're going. Both scenes are. I don't know what it is about this dude, but he knows how to show things going off the rails. You know? Both of them are just really great. The main thing that I remember is the music, because it's this weird, like, pulsing type deal with some bass to where it's like, it's kind of like a heartbeat and everything like that, but a lot more tense. It basically slips into a horror movie in those two scenes, and I like it. It's one of those things, though, it kind of... I mean, you'd probably be able to enjoy it even without the context, but I think the context makes it a little bit better. Yeah.
I bet.
Yeah.
They're running from the feds.
And Better Call Saul is just wacky, because it's a prequel based on one of the characters from Breaking Bad. And it's a lot less high stakes, you know. Breaking Bad was all about, Walter White.
My $1 million meth facility.
You can't uncook the meth.
Go ahead. Call the DEA. You can't uncook the meth.
Mm-hmm. But Better Call Saul is just, this guy, he wants to be a lawyer, but he's really, really bad at it. Slight spoilers, but his own brother looked at him and said, "You're not a real lawyer." And it's just, it was brutal seeing that. That was like end of season 1, and I'm just sitting there feeling gutted. You know. But I don't know, it's still enjoyable. I feel like it has...
You know what it reminds me? It reminds me of those memes where it's like, Your Honor, my client swore on his mama.
That is a very Saul Goodman thing to do. He swore on his mama.
Your Honor, my client has sworn on his mama. Therefore, there is zero possibility that he could be the suspect.
Mm-hmm. But, Better Call Saul is well written, but it definitely seems a lot more... I don't know how to describe the difference. Breaking Bad is more action, but... Like, you know, I think I've seen Breaking Bad be described as a action drama or something like that, where Better Call Saul is way more just the drama and everything. But that makes
comedy drama.
Kinda, yeah. It does the goofy. At one point, the name is Jimmy McGill.
Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy is like sitting down with the client. They stole whole boatload of money, 1.6 million, I think it says. They tried to run away with it and everything, failed. And this dude and his wife, the dude's the one that's on the chopping block for it, but his wife is adamant that there is no money. And Jimmy, like, humors her for multiple episodes on end about this, and then at one point he is like, "Please, accept the deal that the government has given you to not put you in prison for 30 years. You get 16 months, you get out." And she keeps cutting over him as he's trying to explain the value of this deal, and that he can't really, He can't really do any better.
His innocence.
And he's like, please, just let's all pretend, or can we just all cut it out and accept the fact that we know this money exists and they're in a public place? And, she keeps pushing out and she goes, if there's money. And at one point, like, I thought Jimmy was going to swing at her. Because he's literally just like, just please
shut the fuck up.
Like, he is actively losing his temper and it's funny to watch. Like, this man is on his last legs dealing with this absolute nonsense. He hiked through the mountains to find them when they ran away. And he's spent. It's one of my favorite moments because I want more of that. I want more of this dude living on the edge of what he can handle with people.
The edge of sanity. That's why he better call Saul, because he's the one ready for this nonsense.
Mm-hmm. And it's peak comedy.
So is Saul like horrible at keeping people out of prison as a lawyer, or is he bad at interpreting the law?
Okay, so he's essentially a dirty lawyer. Like, he's the type of person that it's like he can get you deals and everything. Like, he basically accepts anyone, no matter what. He'll be your number one, you'll be his number one client, all that jazz, and he'll, he has his ways. He has connections. In Breaking Bad, he winds up with connections to, the We Are Not the Same guy, Gus Fring. And, he has dealings with stuff like that. Like, he can get... It doesn't explain to us how he's able to do it in Breaking Bad, but he's able to get deals for people and get them, like, completely acquitted of charges when they shouldn't be. Like, caught with meth baggie in hand, and he's like, no, you're walking free.
No, you're good to go.
He's a dirty lawyer.
Right, okay. You're not a real lawyer. Fine, then. I won't be one.
But the thing about Better Call Saul is, in this he's Jimmy McGill, but it's basically, I'm assuming, him becoming Saul Goodman. Us, becoming the guy that we find him as in Breaking Bad.
In Better Bad.
Better Breaking Bad.
Better Breaking.
Better Breaking, that's the power of Toyota.
That's not how that works.
Yeah, I know. That was the first car brand I thought.
Crash Breaking.
I flew off a guardrail.
No, that's why you gotta crash into another car to break, Jimmy.
Now I'm just imagining like an ad to where it's like this torn to where it's this place where guardrails just off a cliff, torn, and there's these really long skid marks. Cars nowhere to be seen except for a bit of smoke, and it just says, better braking.
This is why you should buy a Toyota. This BMW's brakes fail.
Nah, like a BMW. Yeah, BMW hubcap in the middle or just on the ground. I don't know how it came loose, but works for marketing. But
came loose in the collision with the guardrail, obviously.
Yeah, maybe.
It's kind of funny. Guardrails have recently been upgraded to stop killing people. Because they used to be like really sharp. They used to like go right through cars. When cars would run into like the edges and boom, dead.
How would you feel if I told you guardrails killing people was a JoJo reference?
So you see, the thing is, shut the fuck up. No, I'm just kidding. I know.
Yeah, I just love that. Okay, I don't like that people are dying via guardrail. That's a gruesome way to go.
They were. They've been upgrading them to prevent that. Because as cars roll off of the highway from steering failures, they'll smack right into the face of a guardrail, like the kind of pointy part.
I'm just wondering what infrastructure people said when they had to announce this. Like, how like the guardrails that how they were killing people, and we denied for a really long time that they were killing people. Well, my bad.
No, it's because I think it's a more recent thing, building cars with shitty steering racks.
Mm-hmm.
And so they had to change the design so they'd stop going right through your engine and right through your windshield and right through your lungs.
That's no good.
It's because their job is to prevent you from going off the side of the highway when you crash into them.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I saw this video of a testing site, and a truck was like running towards a guardrail at 60 miles an hour because, you know, your truck's steering failed and brakes failed, or your driver's asleep at the wheel, and they're testing for that, and it just cleaved right through the guardrail.
Yikes.
No protection at all.
Mm-hmm.
However, with your regular sized car, you might actually get stopped.
Man, I love playing the odds.
I know, right?
There's a chance of it. Is it a high chance?
No.
I didn't say that. I just said there was a chance.
I just said you might not die. You'll probably still die, but you might not die.
I mean, it really all depends on how you hit that ravine. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. It depends on how your car crumbles into loose metal paper bag.
Brutal.
Kill-tacular.
Oh, no.
Kilimanjaro. When there was a whole family in the car.
No, even worse, school bus.
No. When you have 3 Mexican families packed into a single Toyota Sienna, Kilimanjaro.
Oh, no. No. Entire charter bus. Unfriggin' believable. This is the worst.
So bad.
I know. But, what was I going to say?
What were you going to say?
That's a good question.
We've been talking about people dying in car crashes. I don't know why.
That's just the nature of tangents, not tangents.
No, the reason why I went off on it was to punish you for making a JoJo's reference.
Yes, you punish me by revealing the folly of man.
Revealing the folly of drivers and car manufacturers.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty cool. So I haven't made a decision yet, but I'm thinking about making a project bike. Kind of like you have.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I haven't committed yet, but it's something I've been thinking about because Mr. Government was nice enough to refund me stuff, and so I'm like, maybe I will. Maybe I will. Maybe I will.
Maybe you actually shouldn't because that money could better go to a car.
Perhaps.
And also it's kind of a pain in the ass, as you've probably seen.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. It was either that or I was also thinking about potentially getting like a Sony camera so I could do more like film stuff. Only issue is I don't really know what film stuff I do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That. It's stuff to think about.
If you're fine with revealing your current finances on the podcast, how much money did Mr. Government give you?
We'll say enough for either of those options that I just listed.
I see. All right.
I'm not going to give you the full digits, but, you know.
That's fair.
At minimum, I'll just say enough.
That's okay. Keep your secrets.
Keep your secrets.
Who am I?
Who are you?
A cunt.
Alright then.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Also kind of an idiot because... Actually, no. I'm not an idiot. My stepmom's an idiot. She was like, oh, the dog can't move? Give it a bath.
You just pick him up?
No, I didn't even try it. It's nonsense.
How big is this dog?
Large.
Oh.
And the issue isn't...
Big dog.
The issue isn't getting the dog to where the wash happens. It's wetting a sick dog.
Yeah. That do be rather rough.
Dog, sick, cold water, die. It's really that simple. Mm-hmm. I bet she doesn't take a shower when she gets sick. Why is she making the dog do it?
I don't know. I mean, sometimes, like, okay, in my experience at least, taking a hot shower can help.
Yeah, see,
but, you know, animals different.
We don't use the hot water for the dog.
Mm-hmm. That's just no good. Have you considered taking her to the vet to maybe investigate her sickly nature?
Well, That's expensive. That's a lot more money than we have.
Mm-hmm.
Like, literally, I'd have to work for a whole month just to take her to the vet once.
Oh.
And then I'd have to keep working just for her treatments.
Yikes. Too bad it can't be easier. Or,
Yeah.
vet-type stuff can't just be cheaper, but...
Yeah, no, it's just like going to the hospital for a human.
That's the way the world works.
Fucking bastards.
Mm-hmm.
Well, does your dog have insurance? No? Okay, your bill's $50,000. What?
Oh, that's just the consultation. and I'm just like, okay, I'm selling my liver then. This goes back, right?
I don't ask me how I donated 9 livers.
Trust me, if you don't test them, they're all mine.
If you don't test them all.
Yeah, if you don't test them. So, officer, we've got nothing to worry about here, do we?
Miraculous man donates 9 of his own livers.
Hailed as community hero. Some questions. Some questions. Naysayers denied entrance.
Naysayers shot on sight.
It's just
Communist Russia.
Just walks up. I don't quite think this is right.
The protesters at Tiananmen Square.
Oh, no.
Naysayers to communism, more like naysayers to disled.
Oh yeah, how far have you gotten with Our Precious Conversations?
I read 3 chapters. I want to read more, but I can't find time.
Well,
And my schedule of grinding the absolute crap out of Genshin Impact.
when does it end, Randy?
Never. Not until I have 1,000 of each material. Then I can upgrade all the characters.
Man.
No,
I mean,
I'm just kidding. I'm grinding side quests right now.
Nice. I feared the day that all I have left to grind is reputation. Because I hate it.
No, by the time you're done grinding it, the patch will come in. The other stuff, I mean.
Yeah.
Reputation isn't that bad.
Well,
the bounties are kind of fun.
Bounties can be fun. I don't know. The only part about that I don't like is I just don't like having to do the whole, look for clues. I'm just like, please, point me in the right direction. I can kill it. I mean,
Actually, if you just kind of read the thing, it basically tells you exactly where they are.
But will it appear if you don't do all the clues? If
For the bounties?
Yeah.
Clues.
Yeah.
You just go to the location and look around a bit.
Yeah, but I mean, there's, solid things that it wants you to go to.
What?
Yeah.
Every bounty I've done so far, it's just go to the funky yellow circle and kill the dude in it.
I don't know.
The fuck are you doing?
Bounties.
Bounties
Randy.
across Leeway or something like that?
Oh.
You go to Leeway Harbor and select the one that's all the way in fucking Qingyun Village, or Qingsi Village, whatever.
I have a question.
What?
And it's something that I've intended to check out before now, but... So weekly quests to where you just, if you're in Mondstadt, you just do people shopping for them. Oh, I need 5 of this item, 5 of this item,
Right,
that type
okay,
stuff.
those requests?
Yeah, the request. I know that when you do 3, no matter the location, that's it for the week. You only get 3 of them, no matter the nation.
Yeah.
Is it the same way for the bounties?
Probably.
That sucks.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Because
it's something you're supposed to do whenever you have free time.
I know, but I want to get the cool wings. I want to be able to look at my character and go, you're kind of like Mondstadt's type of wings. You know what I'm saying? Because some of the colors are gorgeous.
I understand.
Like Inazuma's, I want those on my Beidou. They would fit beautifully.
Bro, I hit Reputation 3 over there, and while they're like, "Wow, you helped us a lot. Now do more shit."
Yeah. I don't know. It's one of those things. Only thing really left for me to do to explore, you could say, is the chasm, and I'm just not feeling it.
It's fun though.
I don't doubt that, but at the same time, it hasn't I haven't gotten to the point where it's fun.
The only thing that's not fun is climbing those fucking fingers.
Yeah.
I've fallen down at least a few times climbing them shits.
But what I'll probably do, my game plan, I'm thinking, is get all the Jockuli.
The Jockuli.
The Jock.
The Jockuli.
Get the Jock.
The Jocks, more like Jockuli.
There are Chads encased in amber all over Leeway. It's it's up to you to break them out so that they can get back on that grind set.
Fucking jock straps.
Is this a slingshot? No.
Now give it to me, my son. Your son? I'm not from this world. You are now.
But, yeah, get all the Jockuli, and then I'm probably going to get
It's just Barbados. Go. I'm sorry.
That's alright. Wait your turn!
No.
But yeah, I was just going to go through my boring game plan of get all the Jockuli, get all the Electroculi, and then I do the Chasm. Actually, I might get all the agate crystals.
The agates.
Agate.
The crimson agates.
The agate.
The agates.
I'm just remembering that British person meme that I sent you yesterday. Let me read it out loud while you're saying your thing. Or pull it up while you're saying your thing.
I just imagine that Barbados, Zhongli, and A all need like their 100 or so jock straps
Oh my word.
to contain their absolute dogs.
This is a weird conversation we're having.
I mean, how do you think they're so powerful when you pull them?
They were built different.
Exactly.
Not that built different.
They need those jock straps to contain the different that they're built.
Anyway, so here's the meme. POV, a British person challenged you to a quick rumpus because you called it school instead of learny, whirny, Bunsen Bernie. I love that.
Learny, whirny, Bunsen Bernie.
I love that meme. Memes making fun of British people are just the best.
The British people need to be bullied, yo. A British person when you call it
when you called it school instead of learny, whirny, Bunsen Bernie. I don't know. Just the part that kills me about that post is the air quotes around person. This is a question. An open-ended, is this really a person?
Is this actually a human being?
Yeah, we're getting into dangerous territory.
That's right. White people are less than human.
Reminds me of, I forget if I showed you that meme or if you sent it to me, but it's this map, and Britain's gone, and it says, "Oh, thank goodness, it was all a bad dream."
Did we introduce ourselves?
I'm Aaron.
And I'm Randy, and this has been Tangents so far.
Yes, it's really, really late. I need to see, speaking of late, where the video at?
Us?
Recording.
Long.
8 minutes. We're still be here a little while.
Yeah. It's kind of funny we're 43 minutes in. And here we are.
But,
Hey, so, sometimes, my beta was, like, actually, like, thick in terms of power.
Just say she's strong. You don't gotta go with thick.
Well, her numbers, fat, juicy.
I don't like this conversation anymore.
You didn't like it from the beginning, be honest.
Yeah, fair. The other day I did a critical attack of over 4,000. I was happy.
You see, my Beto's regular full counter is 5,000 damage.
I'm not competing here. I'm showing off my badge of honor, and I'm showing off my, like, school award ceremony award, and you're showing off your Olympic medal. Like, that's nothing. Look at this!
Nah, my crit's like 8,000. It's fucking ridiculous.
Nice.
I just have to say it. She is ridiculous. Like, I'll instant kill Hilichurls at my level.
Yeah. It's one of those things, though. I like Rosaria as my main fighter. I just like how the Dragon Spear shreds.
And like it's that physical damage bonus. It absolutely cleaves.
But yeah, I've really leaned into the Barbara Stormbreaker combo, and I've gotten to where I activate Stormbreaker and I can take care of encounters all by myself, all by Barbara's lonesome.
A combo that I've really been liking is I told you about this online, but you take Rosaria and you throw down her gigantic ice flash spear, her ultimate, or her burst, as the Genshin community likes to correct people for absolutely no reason.
I will not call it that. I'll call it her special, her ultimate, if you will.
Her special.
For her neutral special, she wields an ice hammer.
That's not a neutral special. That's the smash.
Nah, it's her ultimate. Anyway, go on.
For her burst. And then I activate the healing ring, and then I just take Beto and shatter. These boss health bars go like this.
Nice.
Yeah, and by this I mean draining really, really, really fast. Just kidding. Boss health bars don't drain fast because they can't be frozen. They're immune. I mean, the next best thing: elite enemies. God, I fucking hate that classification.
Yeah, I'm still...
But, I mean, it's really simple. What's the difference between a fucking lightning back Metaturl and the perpetual mechanical array? You can freeze the lightning back Metaturl.
I hate the perpetual mechanical array.
Why?
I fought it once, slightly underleveled, and it was miserable. Usually I can hold my own, but I did not know what was going on, and I do not know the secret to beating it.
The secret to beating it is as soon as it builds the shield up, you start looking around the rest of the battlefield for the fucker with the health bar.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's just that's a lot of work.
Kinda, but it's a boss fight.
Yeah, you're right. But at the same time, it's not a boss fight I enjoy fighting.
However, I 100% prefer it because you don't have to use a specific element. You are free to do whatever the hell you want. Make it explode, freeze it to death.
Oh, that's fair.
Shock its internals with water lightning. Do whatever the hell you want. That's the beautiful part about it. So then it brings me back to the question, why do you hate it?
I don't know. Because I didn't really know how to fight it.
I can help you next time we play together.
I don't authentically hate it. I'll need to fight it more times. It's just fighting it once took the wind out of my sails, and I was like, I have better things to do.
Well,
I have to go.
Our Ayakas need that core, so we can go ahead and just fight it together.
Yeah, well, I've kind of put Ayaka on the back burner just because she requires a lot more
Sakura blooms.
Yeah, but she also just kind of requires a bit more work.
2 bosses. You gotta fight 2 bosses for that content.
Yeah, but even so, I'm willing to put in the work. She's my goal for the Spiral Abyss, I think it is literally to have Rosaria on one team and Ayaka on the other, so that way I maximize my
your freezes.
Yeah, I have.
I like how the first round it doesn't require you to have freeze on one team.
Yeah.
In fact, you literally get punished unless, of course, you have retarded physical damage on that ice character.
Well, I mean that's literally Rosaria. I'll upgrade her Dragon Spear, or is it the Dragon Spine Spear? Or just
it's the Dragon Spine Spear. I think Dragon Spear is a little cooler.
Yeah. Dragon Spine Spear. I'll upgrade it to level 80 and I'll just shred. I don't know. Every time I think I'm done with to where I'm okay, my characters are I'm at a good point. World level increased, and I'm fuck. Yeah, really, that's the case. And I'm just why?
See, that's why I've been trying to get my primary mainstay weapons up to level 80 so that I have a foothold.
Man. But I respect it. It's one of those things. It's like I know I need to do that, but at the same time, it's like yesterday I missed my window for it big time, and it takes a lot to build back up to where it's like, okay, fine, I'll sit here, I'll do the funky do. I'll
fine,
grind.
You won't give me my weapons, I'll upgrade my characters. He gets trounced by bosses.
Luckily, though, I've finished the Archon quest, so it's it's as good a place as any to raise my level, and or to raise up my characters and grind.
You don't technically need to be high leveled anymore. It's just kind of you can go ahead and do it at your own pace.
I don't think it's like need to. I never felt like it was a case of needing to be high leveled. It's just not needed. It's needing to not be under leveled. It's staying on top of things. Because when I first got to Inazuma, I was weeping. I was like, please just take damage. And then I got Ayaka, and I'm like, let's go.
And then you still died.
Yeah, and I'm like, let's go. But I don't know. It's fun stuff. I have a lot of characters I have characters that I'm happy with, and
I could just hear your little soul going, Ayaka, Ikiteru.
It's like that meme to where it's like, it's like Bunny in the Snow streamers watching this, and it's just like, that's the most adorable thing I've ever effing seen, and then it just gets shot and
That's the most adorable thing I've ever seen.
I have to say, one of my favorite cinematics has to be like Kamisato Ayaka like just doing a little dance for us, like under the moonlight. I'm like, that sublime, beautiful.
Just for that one night, you are the boyfriend of royalty.
Just Traveler's like, maybe doing these errands isn't such a bad idea.
Maybe I can find my sister later.
Introduce her to the family, maybe. Paimon's just like, what are you doing?
What do you think I'm doing? I'm getting some.
Go on, though.
What was I saying?
You're on that rapscallion behavior.
You already know what it is. I'm glad that there are 2 different ice bosses, but I am not glad that I have to fight 2 to 3 bosses, just to get materials for Ayaka.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, it's not going to happen, but I get lucky fighting the perpetual mechanical array.
Yeah.
It's okay. With my current setup, I can just literally glass all of the ice bosses.
Nice.
Well, not really, but
I get what you're talking about. I just like Rosaria for her physical. Like, back to your comment about, being fine if your ice character has enough physical damage. Like, when I'm fighting the ice hypostases, I think it is, even in that situation, Rosaria still does the best amount of damage.
The hypostases?
Yeah, I think it's, Dragon Spine, the ice hypostases.
The ice hypostasis.
Close enough.
You mean...
You say potato, I say potato.
You mean Big Cube?
Yeah, Big Cube.
Okay, you go and fight Big Cube.
Yeah, Big Cube throw out...
And Rosaria stab it to death. Gotcha.
Yeah, it just does silly amounts of damage, and I see no reason to turn away from it.
Yeah. See, I know it has Bronked, but I just still like having Beto sit there and just... Come at me, bitch!
I've never stopped using my age-old tactic of charging up Bennett and lighting the grass on fire, and then just standing in it with Beto's parry.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're...
And the enemies are looking...
It only takes 2 hits.
And the enemies are looking at me like, no, have mercy! and it's even better because after that, they usually have such small health bars that Rosaria is just clean up. I juggle 2 or 3 of them, and suddenly the battle's over like that.
Hey, you know what I like doing? I like... so whenever I'm facing most Abyss Mages, I throw down... Is it a hammer? Rosaria's
hers
ultimate?
is actually just a giant spear.
Right, I throw down the spear of the gods, and then I do that, like, the healing loop thing, and then I just go ahead and heal my party, and That shield just disappears.
Nice. Oh yeah, quick question. You said you ran into what was his name? All black wearing blonde dude that
Dainsleif or
Dainsleif. Yeah.
White people call him Dainsleif. That's
I call him
fucking lame.
I'm going to call him Dainsleif.
Personally, I like saying Leaf because German name.
Okay, Dainsleif. Yeah, the diner's Leaf. I gotcha.
Mm-hmm. You know it.
But yeah, Dainsleif. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, I heard you ran into him again? Yeah. Is that in like a mission you get once you're done with the chasm, or?
Yeah, just talk to Catherine.
Ah, okay. I'll keep that in mind.
Imagine you're like, which Catherine? They're all the same Catherine, don't you know?
This is Pokemon.
She's in 3 places at once.
I love the bit to where when you get the first chasm quest, it's like, how are you went to Inazuma and back in a day, and she's like, well, I'm busy. And I'm just like, how do you do it?
No, it's just like, you've heard of teleport points, right?
Nah, biggest plot twist, Catherine is the unnamed god.
And Paimon fought for Khaenri'ah. I like that theory.
That'd be interesting. I like the official meeting that Paimon says like got the traveler and herself acquainted is literally just that she was drowning and the traveler helped her. Just
literally
what is this?
Fished her out of the water.
Just the traveler lands in a strange world. Just sees bubbles coming up and what is that child doing? I'd like to think he just palms her head and pulls her up out of the water.
Now he palms her crown.
Just whew, the crown comes away. She's still drowning.
Well, obviously it's one part, because remember in the cutscene, the fishing hook caught the crown and it brought the entire Paimon out of the water.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've seen the beginning of Genshin Impact, though, so I'm very hazy on the details.
Yeah, that's fair. Compared to their previous game, their cutscenes have come a long way.
I have a question. So, a nation that keeps getting mentioned, it seems like it's the Fatui nation. No.
Oh, Snezhnaya.
Is that supposed to be German?
Probably. It's cold as hell up there. It might actually be Russia.
That makes sense. I don't know. I'm interested. I don't know. I'm really interested to see where all the nations wind up being in Teyvat. Like, I'm curious more than anything if Inazuma is the farthest down that we'll ever go, or like out to sea, or if Inazuma is like the bridge between two different continents.
You know, it might be that that to its left is Sumeru. I imagine that being considered part of Teyvat, because Teyvat isn't exactly a world, it's a continent.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like being considered part of Teyvat, we're going to be going like further east.
It'd be really cool if we could go explore the areas like outside of what, of the continent of Teyvat,
Oh yes, because they give us a wave rider. I tried leaving Inazuma with the wave rider and wave rider.
You went with the wave rider?
And it sent me back to the start.
Oh. Weird. I saw someone that was able to do it. When did you try this?
When?
Yeah.
When do you mean? Like, I was done with the Archon quest.
Huh.
And it said, no.
Silly boy. You do not.
Silly boy, try riding the wave rider, stupid.
Do it again and I kill your friends, okay? And you're just like, what?
Yeah, that's right.
Pardon?
Beto, dead if you do that again.
You in particular would be mourning the loss.
No.
Oh, yeah. How was the dating sim?
Great, actually. Learn how to be part of the crew, naturally. That was kind of just like, well, since you're here. Because this is after, this is set right after the Leeway questline.
Mm.
Where you absolutely beat the bones out of Osiris. You man into cannon. Just kidding. You just killed a bunch of Fatui agents.
Something felt off to me about the ending of the Inazuma questline, and it occurred to me what it is.
What?
There wasn't a random big old boss we had to beat. Because, Mondstadt, we had to beat up Dvalin. Leeway, we had to beat up Osiris.
Osiris but you know was pretty goddamn random.
Yeah. But you get what I mean. Last minute it's like, our problems are resolved, and the big guy's here. Weather changes, all that jazz. But then again, you're fighting one of the Archons, so it kind of makes sense.
I get the feeling we're going to run into that puppet dude.
Puppet dude?
Yeah, the other Harbinger you meet, who was in charge of the...
Are you talking about the big hat guy?
Yeah, the delusion creator.
Oh, Scaramouche. The guy who's... That was an interesting bit of lore to find out that his body is
the same... A puppet, yeah.
Yeah.
It's literally A's test puppet.
What some might call the funky do.
It's kind of funny. Fucking A's name is a pun on eternity.
See, I thought it was supposed to be I.
A. Japanese pronunciation.
Yeah. It's just my brain looked in and went, E.
I.
No, it's just her name is E. He. When he at the...
When he at the... You really gotta get that, like, that lordly announcer, like, echo chamber in your mouth. When he at the...
I'll give it a go. When he at the...
There you go.
Yeah, alright. News at 9.
A body has been found in a random backyard in a suburb.
At the street corner just outside our station, a body was found removed of its organs. I repeat, a body was found removed of its organs. Slurp, slurp. No, you just do the Japanese thing of, like, the write-in for manga of just, Rero.
Fucking Kakyoin's licking the cherry. Man, I really love cherries. Bro, what the fuck?
I just love that joke. I love the coincidence at play of, like...
Oh, yes. He did his homework. Kakyoin likes cherries.
I like to believe that that was just a genuine coincidence. That, that whole deal was just... I can't remember the stand user's name, but it was just him being a goofball.
Should be.
And Kakyoin just conveniently is also a goofball.
Kakyoin's just a foolish man.
Foul tarnished, in search of the Elden Ring. Emboldened by the flame of ambition. Someone must extinguish thy flame. Took me a minute to remember the wording, as it were.
That's fine. You're pretty much on beat anyway.
Okay.
Lowly tarnished playing the Lord, I command thee kneel.
Elden Ring, where everything's exactly the same except Margit, the Fell Omen, is voiced by Christopher Walken. Foul tarnished. In search of the Elden Ring. I command thee. Kneel.
That's not how that line went.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, the idea was a bad impression, and I did a good job.
You're right.
I call that a quality paradox.
Okay. You keep up with these paradoxes and you'll delete the world.
Yeah.
Is that it? Do you want everyone to stop existing?
No, I just want to know what 0 divided by 0 is. Like, listen, no one ever wants to tell me. Not the calculator, not the government, no one.
The calculator that can, in fact, divide things by 0.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much anything divided by 0.
Well, I think we're about here. I'm really, really grateful for the officers for, allowing us to have one more podcast before we get put into the firing squad.
Mm-hmm. I wonder which one of these 10 guys has bullets.
No idea. Maybe they're fans.
Maybe all of them have guns that actually fire.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I've heard that firing squads, only one out of each firing squad will actually have a real round. In fact, actually, I think I see it in that barrel.
Randy, what did you fall down for? They were all blanks.
Fuck, I think I've gave myself a concussion.
Oh, you dummy. Luckily, though, I brought my own gun with me. You know what they say, the show must go on.
Wait!